The shocking state of the British Navy. I'm starting to think it's not a good thing. Let's take a look at it. What Navy? Mark. Yo. All right, looks pretty good, right? Looks like a boat or something.
Recently, my video entitled "The Navy with More Admirals and Warships" caused a bit of a stir online when it emerged that the once great Royal Navy was so reduced in size that it has more senior officers of flag rank than actual warships, a truly unthinkable situation even 30 years ago.
What?
As
well, they got rid of all the boats?
To be put through a process termed managed decline by generations of politicians, the armed forces have likewise been decimated, until we faced a situation recently, with the outbreak of the war in Iran, when Britain was seemingly incapable of dispatching at short notice a single warship to the defense of...
So what he's saying is that the reason why they didn't help us in Iran isn't because they didn't want to, it's because they can't? This is Great Britain that took over half of the whole fucking world, and they crashed out on a level that they can't even get a single boat over there?
One of her sovereign bases overseas.
No
this
way.
One in Cyprus, recently attacked. So in the interests of clarity, I decided to look closely at the current Royal Navy to determine what state it is in March 2026.
There's a title of this is The Royal Navy on Course for National Embarrassment.
The first thing to note is that it is too small. Former senior officers and defense analysts have been banging on about the size of the Royal Navy for decades, as it lacks sufficient ships to be an effective force any longer.
It's rusted
and the
out.
Figures do indeed show this. Currently, the Royal Navy has 63 commissioned ships, but of this number...
Wait. The Iranian Navy was double the size of the British Navy? Oh, God. Oh, man, was? Well, yeah, I mean, they're all sunk now, but, like, still. Dude.
Only 25 are really fighting ships. That is, submarines, aircraft carriers, destroyers, and frigates.
Yeah.
The balance are support, patrol, and survey vessels, which, though armed, are not true fighting warships.
Wait, why not?
Such a small fleet might be sufficient for a small nation engaged only in self-defense, but Britain still has some 15 overseas territories, many of which, like the Falkland Islands, require naval protection.
Well...
Plus, Britain is, of course, involved with a variety of defense tasks worldwide.
So they actually couldn't even defend it.
Cuts, the Navy is hard-pressed to fulfill them.
Wow.
So of the fighting ships in 2026, Britain possesses 10 submarines, 2 aircraft carriers,
10 submarines. Iran had 25. Iran had 25. Britain had...
6 destroyers, and 7 frigates.
6 destroyers, 7 frigates. Okay, that's the same as this? I don't know, but it said destroy. They don't have one that says destroyers. Oh my, that's...
A decade earlier, in 2016, the situation wasn't much better. 11 submarines.
Dude, this is the set. Dude, look at that. What a sad infographic. That's brutal.
Aircraft carriers, 6 destroyers, and 13 frigates. 20 years ago, in 2006, the fleet had 9 submarines.
So they made a new one.
3 aircraft carriers.
3, that's a lot.
1 helicopter carrier.
Uh-huh.
10 destroyers, and 13 frigates.
Yeah, that's a pretty good amount, right?
And
Seems
30
like it's a lot.
years ago, in 1996, the Royal Navy had 17 submarines.
What happened to 7 submarines?
3 aircraft carriers.
Oh, that looks way
15
better.
destroyers and 22 frigates. And it is generally agreed that the Royal Navy should still be this large, as the defence commitments are basically the same as they were in 1996.
Oh, it makes sense, yeah.
So, roughly, the Royal Navy's fighting fleet has been reduced by half in 30 years. But
so they didn't even lose a war? They just lost half their navy anyway? Oops.
it is just as busy. Another issue is redundancy. Ships require regular maintenance and sometimes complete refits or updates that can take years. It means that at any one time, numbers of vessels will be doing nothing, and so you require sufficient vessels to make up this shortfall and still maintain operational commitments. Sadly, as you will see, a good majority of the current fighting fleet is immobilized, undergoing refit or maintenance, with no ships able to cover these losses.
The boats don't work. Oh no.
Also, a few months ago, I made a video about the parlous state of Britain's seaborne nuclear deterrent.
Yeah? How's
we
that?
operate 4 Vanguard-class ballistic missile submarines.
Good.
And at any one time, 1 is supposed to be on patrol, 1 is undergoing training, 1 is in refit, and 1 is undergoing trials.
Smart.
We do know that the aging V-boats are requiring more frequent and longer refits and maintenance to stay in service. This, of course, is common sense. These are highly complex but elderly pieces of machinery. Your car goes the same way, after all.
Yeah, sure.
In 2023, the oldest boat in the class, HMS Vanguard, was returned to service after a refit lasting 7 years. So between 2016 and 2023, officially only 3 V-boats were doing the work of 4. That must have meant that each patrol was extended from 3 to 4 months, adding enormous strain to crews running submerged for such long periods of time.
Yeah, that would suck.
Currently, HMS Victorious, the second boat in the class, is also in long-term refit from 2023 for at least 3 to 4 years, perhaps longer. HMS Vengeance,
so they're all
the
on
fourth
repair.
boat, entered a long overhaul period and reactor refueling between March 2012 and February 2016.
Oh my god.
All this means that the Royal Navy only has 3 V-boats in operation at any one time, not 4 as advertised, with 1 always out of service in refit at any
one's always broken. Right.
time. We can probably also surmise that of the remaining 3, at least 1 must have had some kind of fault or maintenance issue during these periods. The
other 3 are working just fine.
All these elderly boats are in fact going to sea with serious maintenance issues or dangerous faults, simply because the continuous at-sea deterrent has to be maintained somehow. I would hazard a guess that gaps must have occurred in Britain's continuous at-sea deterrent, though I doubt the Ministry of Defence or the government would ever admit such.
No.
The state of Britain's inadequate flotilla of fleet submarines is truly shocking.
So this is actually this fall off. This is like the French level of fall off. Like the French used to just. I mean, they would just show up and kill everybody. Back in the day, god damn. Like, I don't know what's going on. Napoleon is a badass? Yeah, this is nuts.
We have 6
it's a national embarrassment
submarines in the Navy, which is
absolute
too few.
Embarrassment.
And incredibly, in March 2026, only 1 is operational.
Compared to the U.S.?
Let's examine this situation. HMS Astute is undergoing a midlife revalidation period that will last for years. HMS Ambush has been in long-term maintenance since 2022. HMS Artful has been undergoing regeneration and maintenance since 2023.
Right.
HMS Audacious has been in refit since 2023.
So everything's broken. Everything's broken, and they're trying to repair it, but they can't repair it faster than it breaks. So it's just, you're basically in like a... Like, you guys ever had a car that, like, enters, like, maintenance entropy? Where it's like, you take the car in, and it's like the windshield wipers don't work, and they find out that the exhaust is broken. Or, you know, you've got to replace, you know, the fucking, I don't know, like the fuel pump. Or, oh, wait a minute, the axle is fucking misaligned. And then you take it in, yeah, it's limbo, right? And, like, it gets fixed, and then 3 weeks later, something else goes wrong with it. And, like, eventually you just realize that it's like, you know, you've got the ship of Theseus, right? You've got an old car that's been replaced so many fucking times. This is sad.
And HMS Agamemnon is undergoing testing and sea trials and won't actually enter full-time service until March 2027. That leaves HMS Anson as the only operational British fleet submarine at this time.
They only have one submarine? Time to conquer the UK. Yeah. This is the British Royal Navy has been reduced to one submarine. This is the same level of fall off that, like, a chicken used to be a T-Rex. You know? Like, this is bad.
One active hunter-killer submarine to cover the entire fleet. God. She is currently out in the Middle East after leaving her base in Western Australia.
They just go get it.
Which military genius thought it was a good idea to reduce the hunter-killer fleet to just 6 boats?
6 boats.
You see the point about redundancy. 5 boats are out of service with nothing to cover them. Moving on to the aircraft carriers, Britain currently has 2 enormous carriers, though insufficient surface vessels to protect them properly.
So they have 0. Okay, so then you have 0. So they literally... Wait a minute. So Keir Starmer flexing, trying to say that he was going to send an aircraft carrier over there. Wait a minute. So do you think maybe that's the reason why Trump didn't want them to send... If this is true, is it possible that Trump didn't want them to send the aircraft carrier over because they would have to defend the aircraft carrier? It could be a hazard. Yeah. Oh my God. It would get in the way. Yeah. It would spread them thin. Like, oh my God. No, keep that rusty piece of shit up there.
Only one is actually operational. HMS Prince of Wales, held at high readiness to sail to support military operations in the Middle East.
But it can't.
Though without a protective umbrella of destroyers and frigates, she could very well end up being a £3 billion target.
There's only $3 billion? That's cheap. I thought it would be like more. Yeah, I mean, because isn't a B-2 bomber like $2 billion? I mean, I know pounds are worth more, but like, I mean, still, like, I like...
The other one, HMS Queen Elizabeth, is in dry dock at Rosyth in Scotland, undergoing extensive repairs to her extremely temperamental propulsion system.
Oh, no.
Moving on to destroyers. Successive governments have seen fit to think that only 6 destroyers are adequate, which is clearly deranged and incredibly irresponsible.
How many destroyers... Destroyer-class ships did Britain have at the height of World War II? How many did they have? This is honestly, bro, like... That's insane. Oh my God. I don't even know what to say. Limp dick country. It's insane. The Royal Navy was bigger than the U.S. Navy. Yeah, like, because I thought we probably had a bigger Navy now, but like, I mean, I thought they still, like, you know, that was like their thing. It's the British Royal Navy. I watch every Pirates of the Caribbean movie. I mean, like, those are like the guys. And
So out of 6 vessels, how many are operational in March 2026?
No.
A grand total of 2.
You were at 277? And now you're at 2? Oh my God. How is this possible? I don't know. It's unheard of.
HMS Dragon, a vessel
That's
recently in
cool.
the news that was supposed to be sent to Cyprus to protect British interests there, and HMS Duncan. The other 4 are all laid up for one reason or another.
Uh-huh. Oh my God. And that's it. That's all they've got. They don't even look cool. So all of these are just totally crashed out. Nobody even, like, these are like photos probably from like, oh, this photo's from 1994.
Is at Portsmouth, undergoing a £68 million upkeep and
I don't know why.
upgrade program. And what about the frigates, the workhorses of the...
Let me just, I think I might have had a bug with my audio. Let me go and I'm going to close it and just reopen it. I don't know why that happened. And anyway, but Red Voice probably the video. Yeah, I'll go back. I didn't know. This is insane. How is it this bad? Like, this is genuinely shocking. How could you have a fall off this embarrassing? Let me go back and I'll go to this again.
HMS Diamond is doing likewise after a deployment to the Red Sea. And HMS Defender is at Portsmouth, undergoing a £68 million upkeep and upgrade program. And what about the frigates, the workhorses of the fleet? Here things have improved slightly. The Royal Navy has a fleet of 7 Type 23 frigates, and in March 2026, 5 are active.
5. What were they at then? Oh no! Oh no! What? Historical, the group destroyers and frigates, 1945, the combined category was 801. No! Where'd they go? Oh God! This is horrible. Decoy, thanks for the raid, man. We outsourced our defense to the USA? This is just pathetic.
2 are not. HMS Richmond is due to be decommissioned this year after 31 years service with no replacement.
Right.
And HMS Kent is
wait. They're crashing it out and it's not going to get replaced?
This with no replacement.
So it's just, they're getting rid of it.
And HMS Kent is undergoing deep maintenance at Devonport since 2024. But only 5 operational frigates is still a shockingly low figure.
5.
They are all old vessels as well.
5.
If we compare today's active fleet with the fleet that retook the Falklands in 1982...
Oh no. Oh no. Yeah. 50 years ago, 40 years ago.
Sorry state of the Navy is plain to see. If another Falklands-type crisis was to emerge today,
it'd be
could we
over,
deal
right?
with it? Probably not. In 1982, the Royal Navy was quite large. Britain at the time had 3 aircraft carriers, 12 destroyers compared to 6 today, and 43 frigates compared to just 7 today.
So so they're losing a frigate a year, basically. Like every year it goes down by 1. Wow.
In 1982, the Royal Navy deployed the Falklands Task Force, which was 2 aircraft carriers, 8 destroyers, and 16 frigates, plus an assortment of other vessels, and still managed to fulfill its other worldwide obligations.
Don't send this video to Vladimir Putin. Don't let him find out about this.
If the Falklands kicked
off maybe theirs
today,
is bad
the Royal
too.
Navy could, at a stretch, deploy 1 aircraft carrier, 2 destroyers, and 5 frigates, but only if it stripped all active vessels from all other duties worldwide.
Oh my god.
If you look hard enough, you will find that another class of warship is actually doing most of the work in 2026.
That's a boat. Look how small that is. Like, I feel like I've seen a lot of boats bigger than... Really? Like, are you kidding me?
Warships remained largely out of action. The River class offshore patrol vessels.
The River class offshore, but it's not even called a battleship.
At a little under 2,000 tons each, this class are really corvettes or sloops, the type of small warship that existed in earlier Royal Navy fleets. But they don't have that designation today due to not being armed with anti-aircraft and anti-ship missiles.
So it'd be like in StarCraft or like Age of Empires or StarCraft where like you just have the Hydralisk that's just, or Mutalisk, right? Those are the ones that fly. That's just, or Void Ray that's just killing the siege tanks. And they just can't do anything. Like it just sits there. So, wait a minute. Well, does that mean that you can just fly a drone into one of these things and they can't do anything about it? I mean, really? I wonder if they would lose a war against pirate boats? Probably not, but it would be close. So, you could just, like... So, they literally... So, oh my god.
Guns. Retrofitting these vessels might be a good idea to make them more like little frigates or corvettes to fill out the Navy's pool of warships. Currently, there are 7 vessels in service, and incredibly, all 7 are currently operational. From protecting the seas around Britain,
look what was Dreadnought in ships?
The Falkland Islands, and also
wait, did they have Dreadnought ships back then? Do they have any more Dreadnought ships anymore? I didn't even hear that word. They did? They're all gone. Let me look at that after this.
These insufficiently armed vessels are really doing the jobs of frigates and destroyers, which is an alarming indictment of the state of the Royal Navy in 2026.
Wow.
Anyway, there it is in black and white. Check it out for yourself. You will be shocked. A tiny navy with lots of commitments and too few ships and personnel, crippled by decades of political mismanagement, and now barely able to send to sea a single submarine or destroyer, let alone a fleet.
That's insane.
It's enough to make you cry. It is said that if you stand beside the grave of Admiral Lord Nelson and listen carefully, you can actually hear him rotating at about 1,500 revolutions a minute.
Man.
Many thanks for watching.
I see no
Please subscribe
ships.
And share.
Oh my god.
Also visit my audio
The Navy with more admirals than warships.
Channel, War Stories with Mark Felton. You can also help to support both of my channels at PayPal and Patreon.
Let me link you guys this guy's video.
Below.
Wow. That is... So you're telling me they had an entire class of ship oh my god. Holy fuck. And so they don't even they don't even have these anymore. They're gone. So, like, they're not even part of the conversation anymore. List of dreadnought battleships in the Royal Navy. They went extinct. Oh, no. This is insane. They're the same in battleships? Okay, so wait, they just get renamed? There's no way, though, right? I mean, like, they got replaced by destroyers? Okay, maybe that's it. They're the same as battleships? They're not an endangered species. No, the entire Navy is an endangered species. Yeah, I mean, this is just insane. I don't even know what to say. Dreadnought was a battleship. So they've just totally crashed out. The Shocking State of Britain 2026 is a more accurate title. Careful, Mark, you might get arrested for causing anxiety. Oh my God, Mark Felton Productions. I didn't even know it was this bad. British public, stop the boats. Royal Navy will start with ours. So are you telling me, like, meanwhile they were doing this in the 1800s? What is this? This isn't, battleships aren't used anymore, really? Well, let me see here. The world's largest floating dry dock was towed across the Atlantic to Bermuda. When Britain needed a solution for ship repairs in the Atlantic, the engineers in the 1860s built the largest floating dry dock ever attempted, a 380-foot iron structure weighing over 8,000 tons. Oh my fucking God. And now we don't even use battleship. This is okay. Well, for the love of the game, yeah. I mean, this is just embarrassing, guys. I don't even know what to say. How big floating dry docks are? Yes, this is ridiculous. So, turd worlders couldn't figure this out today, and they never will. And it's just shocking to me. It is genuinely shocking to see how bad this is. I mean, how big is Russia's navy? Like, let me see how big it's got to be big, right? 58 submarines. Look at this. See? Yeah, look at this. Yeah, a bunch of fucking submarines, an aircraft carrier, 4 cruisers, 12 destroyers, the Corvette. So they basically, they got a lot of submarines. That's what they're doing. Is that 58's not that much? Well, how many U.S. Navy submarines are there? How about the U.S.? There's 68 to 70. Yeah, it's about the same as we have. Yeah. And also, yeah, that's not so bad. Yeah, I feel like it's 68. That's a pretty good amount, right? Yeah, I mean, I know the Air Force has submarines too, and so does the Army, but like still. And what is this here? How about China? Well, let me see how big is the German Navy? I feel like I didn't even know I never even heard of that. 65 commissioned ships, 6 submarines. So wait, the landlocked? Yeah, well, that's what I was saying, right? I mean, so German Navy, they have it. They do. Like, look, it says German Navy. It's right there. That's why I looked it up. I mean, it's a pretty big country. So so Iran mogs does Iran's Navy mog every other country in Europe individually? Before the recent conflict. There's no way this is true, right? No, Iran's Navy.mog, every other European Navy individually. Okay, but like, Okay, so wait a minute. So France, all right, so France has 128. Wait, Italy has 285. Okay, so all right. Has respectable regional defense. Yeah, I don't even know what to say. Holy fuck, man, quality matters. Yeah, but they got all the little ships. That's the thing, too. Look at the German Navy during World War II. I mean, I don't even know what to say. The UK is tied with Vietnam. Check Poland. I mean, I don't know. Did they say anything about Poland here? Let me see what it says. Poland. No, it's not on here. Yeah, I don't know about that. So look up China. I mean, this is just insane, man. I mean, what a fall off. I didn't even know that was possible to fall off on that level. Holy shit, that is embarrassing. Okay, well, there it is, guys. I guess the Navy from fucking the British Royal Navy. The British Royal Navy is just a joke now.